All right. The next photo we'll be editing is the musician and the stage. So you want to go back to your assignment photos. All right. You want to open up the musician, download. You want to open up the stage and download. Okay. Once you've downloaded both of those, you can open up Pixlr. All right. And then you want to open an image. And so I would start with the background, which will be the stage. You're trying to place the musician on the stage. So you want to open the stage and then you want to add a layer. And so my layer will be an image. And that image will be of the musician because we're putting the musician on the stage. So there goes my musician. Bunch of white space. It's not going to work. So we could try to size it up to get it on the stage. You have to reduce its size, but it still just won't look good with all the white space around it. So we have to edit out some of this white space in order to make this look official. So what we want to do is we want to use our lasso select, and then the type is the freehand. So this is the same thing as cropping an image, except you don't have the box. We're going to freehand actually draw a line around the musician and cut it out. Okay. So I will use my left pointer finger on the mouse pad to click down. This lets the software know I'm ready to begin tracing. And then you use your right hand to trace. So click down with the left and trace with the right. So you get as close as you can. The closer you get, the more white space you're cutting out. But you don't want to get too close simply because of the fact it'll cause you to make a mistake, like cut off his arm or cut off a part of his body or the instrument. And then you have to start over from the beginning. So I try to get close, but not too close, because you don't want to keep doing this over and over again because you keep messing up. All right. So I'm just freehanding it. I can take out some of this space as well. And it has to connect back to the starting point. If it does not connect back to the starting point, it won't work. And you can tell when it connects back to the starting point because it'll highlight. So I need to use my two fingers to right click, invert selection. Okay, edit, clear. So what I'm telling it when I inverted selection is I don't want to cut him out. I want to cut out everything around him. So highlight the stuff around him, not him. Okay, and when I hit clear, it deletes. You have to make sure you're on the musician because whichever one you're clicked on is the one you'll be working in. So we wanted to do that to the musician. All right, now I have to get out of my cropping lasso effect and I'm going to go to arrange. All right, and now with arrange, all right, let's come out completely. And with arrange, I can now go back to my musician and change. I still have some white space up there. And I can place him in the stage without the box. So I can make him a little, bring it down. So now once I have him in there, still have some white space I need to remove. So that looks better. I do have a white box up here that I need to cut out and here. So now what I do is I want to go back to my musician and now I want to use my eraser. Okay, and using the eraser, I can just delete what I don't want in the image. So like this is the eraser and this is the size of the brush. I can reduce the size of the brush if the 40 is too large, maybe go down to a 20. And now I can go in and delete anything that doesn't belong. But I need to make sure I'm only deleting from the musician photo and not the background. I can make this larger so I can get a little closer and see the white space. See all this white space here? I can get as close as I want. Every time you release the left button, it starts over. Not starts over, but it's the memory. So if you make a mistake, you won't have to go all the way back to the beginning. Like if I make a mistake and do this, I can just go back one. Okay, but if I don't release the left button, it's saving everything I'm doing as one action. And if I make a mistake, I have to go back and start over from that action. So I'm just getting rid of some of this white space that's close to him, around him. And if I was comfortable, I could use a smaller brush if this one seems like it's too big. And the more of this white space you delete, the clearer the photo gets. So you can see all that space there. Go up and delete some. And I can get so close with the pixels that like this. But you have to navigate here when you're deleting. You can't put it there. It's going to delete whatever you put it on. All right. So I can get so close. And these are the pixels. You see the little squares? This is how people edit photos, by looking at those squares. I'm sorry. Why is it doing that? Let me come down some more. Let's come over. And let's reduce the brush size to a 5, because I'm getting like tight, and then I can delete more white space close to him. It's a little difficult to see, but it's there. I can see it here, and I can delete close as possible without cutting off the part of the picture that I want to keep. Let's go around deleting the white space, come all the way down. Then you'll get to see the final picture. So there's plenty of it there. Deleting this. There's a lot there. So I'm just deleting all of that out. Because the white space is what made it known that the image was, that we were photoshopping it, because we could see the white space around it. There we go. Let me get all of this. There you go. And you just keep working in that. I'm going to cut this video off because I think you get the point. And when you back out, you get rid of that white space. You see now how much cleaner it looks. It's just the white space by his feet now that we need to get rid of, because you can see that space. But up here, it looks so much more official just because we eliminated the white space around him. So if I wanted to, I would go closer, come down to the feet, and start here. And delete everything up in there. Down, all this is white space. You just want to get rid of all of that. If you mess up, you just go back one, and it'll bring it back. Or I'm good with what I just did. Slide it over. So because you have to navigate using these arrows, because if you try to navigate in here, you're just going to delete something. You're going to erase something. Get rid of all of this. And when I come out and I take a look at it, you can see the difference. Okay? And you just keep going all the way around as close to him as you can possibly get without messing up something. And you just deleting these pixels. Come down to the bottom. Oh, excuse me. This is a little bit of a headache. There we go. Clean up the front of the shoe. I think that's zoom out just a little bit so we can see it. Get in there a little bit. All of this right here. You can get smaller and get closer, and you can get it down to a perfect science. I'm just kind of rushing a little bit just so you get an understanding of what I'm doing. We'll get this last foot just so you can see how much better it looks once you cut out all this space. I'm gonna back out. Look at that. You cannot even tell he was photoshopped unless you zoom in on the photo. All right, there you go.